Where the money goes, Elon tuition goes toward more than education and facilities, and students can help to keep costs from going up.
The smallest tuition increase in 20 years will still cost you an extra $1,000.
But you can help lower the cost in the future. Our Don Granese is live in the studio with more. Don?
Thanks, Mallory. From the flowers to the maintenance of campus buildings, and even down to the very bricks we walk on, everything on campus has its price: tuition. It's a price we all have to pay in some way or another. One student that I talked to foots the bill by herself.
Trouble getting the money together, and I always spend the time having to look for loans and scholarships and outside resources to help me pay for it. As
a first-year student, affording an Elon education is only going to get harder for Jillian Samero. While next year's tuition increase of about 4% is the smallest increase in more than 20 years.
Do you know how much it's supposed to increase?
That's still about $1,000.
That's annoying.
A decision that's made by the university's budget committee and Chief Financial Officer Gerald Whittington.
My role as the Chief Financial Officer of the institution is to help, as a member of the budget committee, determine, for example, what tuition rates ought to be.
Whittington says there are ways students can keep tuition prices down by conserving energy and resources on campus.
At a baseline, you've got to get to the point where we can just second nature, go out of a room, turn off a light.
One of the things that consumes resources is an Elon tradition: stealing a brick before graduation. Each time a brick needs to be replaced, that costs money. That money comes from a pool of Elon funding, 80% of which is from tuition.
Don't take a 45-minute shower. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but you get the drift.
Students may not get the drift when it comes to energy conservation, but they're starting to notice something needs to change if their bank accounts are going to survive.
The tuition is so high, but I guess it does cost a lot to run an institution like this.
I mean, when I came here it was cheap, but it keeps going up every year.
Being forced into meal plans, raises it. Some of the housing is expensive. I think when you add it all up, it's pretty expensive.
For Samero, affording tuition isn't just an expense. It's the deciding factor.
The only reason I would transfer would be a money issue. But I'm just staying positive and hopefully it works out.
Although tuition prices are rising, Elon is actually around the national average for nonprofit four-year schools, which is currently about $27,000 according to collegeboard.com. Back to you, Jasmine.